People all over the world are invested in watching sports. Both female and male athletes compete at amazing levels, and it takes great physical talent and drive. But there is a serious issue in the sports industry, a gender pay gap. As an athlete myself, the women I have watched and looked up to over the years have struggled with this issue. There is a gender pay gap in almost every industry, and sports is no exception. When it comes to salaries, according to Forbes, the number one highest paid athlete is Roger Federer, making $106.3 million. The first female to show up on the list is Naomi Osaka at number 29, who makes $37.4 million for playing the same sport. The only other female athlete to make the top 60 on the list is Serena Williams at number 33, making $36 million. It is important to note that tennis players are the only female athletes to rank among the top earners in the past decade. Excluding Roger Federer, female tennis players compare well with their male counterparts endorsement-wise. But the New York Times reported that when it comes to annual prize money in tournaments outside of Grand Slam tournaments, for the top 100 earners in the Women's Tennis Association, prize money is equivalent to just 80 cents of every dollar earned by the top 100 men in the Association of Tennis. When it comes to team sports, the difference in earnings only gets worse for women. In 2018, the top WNBA salary was $117,500, compared to the NBA, which was $37.4 million in the same year. In the NBA, each player on the championship team received roughly $240,000 in 2019 for their win. That's significantly more than the 11,000 ESPN reported WNBA players to receive for winning a championship. For the National Pro Fast Pitch Softball League, the team's salary cap is $150,000, while the MLB has a limit of $206 million. One pro pitcher in the National Pro Fast Pitch League, Delaney Gowerly, took to Twitter in a since-deleted tweet saying, "The Yankees' bat boy salary is more than my professional softball contract." ESPN says that making a World Cup team for a men's soccer player will net a player $68,750. A women's player will make $37,000 for making the World Cup squad. Men's sports bring in higher ratings in general than women's sports because women's sports are not televised as much. Because of the advertisement in male sports, people are willing to pay more money for seating. For example, the average ticket for men's professional basketball is $51.02 compared to the average in women's, which is $14.54. This is a $36.48 difference. More often than not, advertisers exploit female athletes by focusing on their looks and appearance, causing spectators to not take female athletes seriously. Monica Abbott, one of the best softball pitchers in the world, is not advertised as much because of her unique facial features, as opposed to other female pitchers who are more advertised because they have a look that is seen as beautiful in the media. Although it is easy to point fingers at the media, it is the spectators that are just as much to blame for the higher ratings for men's sports over women's. We have to blame ourselves for not showing interest in women's sports. The only way for these females to continue to play professionally is if they have the fans to support them. If you enjoy these female sports and want to see them continue, It is up to you to show your support by attending games or watching them on TV or buying merchandise or apparel.